Oh man, I have pinpointed the problem. The thing that you guys can't get, being extremely harsh on self, discipline, high level of standard for yourself, high level of where you want to go, and then holding yourself extremely accountable. You guys hear all that and you're like, oh yeah, but that's going to make me feel bad. That's the problem. That's why you need toughness. That's why you need discipline. And that's why you need to start the journey of doing arduous hard shit on a daily that's in alignment with the path that where you want to go. You guys get it? You guys are still thinking that being harsh on yourself means beating up on yourself. And what I'm saying is that's because you're fucking weak mentally. It doesn't do that to me at all. Over the last 4 years, I have practiced extreme accountability on self, continuous improvement. I am never doing enough. I am never far enough. I could have done better. I should have done better. What should I do better next week? I do not sit around and think about how much I killed it and how good I'm doing at all. I let that go into the past. Why would I focus on something I've already attained and accomplished? It's only about seeing what I'm not doing properly that I could be doing better that will elevate me into the next places I want to be. I never beat up on myself about it. It's an extreme sense of pride. You guys need to get positive energy off talking shit to yourselves. You guys are still hearing that. Oh, like, could have always been better. Like, when do you give yourself any credit? That is a weak mindset. That is the problem. That's why you can't hear anything about yourself. It's why you can't hold yourself accountable. And it's why you guys give up so much. It's like just too hard. It's such weak fucking speech. Get rid of that. That's the main mindset that you need to flip. You need to be extremely hard on yourself, and not hard on yourself in the way of crumbling. Hard on yourself about behaviors and actions that you knew you could have changed and could have done better. Especially understanding that a lot of these insecurities, not a lot, all, every insecurity you have about something you can change is not a bad thing. That is the only thing you should be listening to inside of your heart. That should be your whole blueprint. That should be your whole life. I don't understand how this is so complicated to people. You don't need to sit around and talk about what makes you insecure. You guys need to sit down in the morning. You need to get up early. You need to sit down in the morning with a notebook, and you need to just sit there in silence for a while. I'm telling you that this works. This sounds crazy, but it works. You need to sit there in silence, and you need to think about your life. You just think about your life. You think about, man, I wonder what's bothering me about my life. And you need to be real fucking honest. And then you need to write those things down. You need to just write them down completely. And I'm telling you, what you'll notice is that most of those things will be things that you could change or that you have created yourself based on bad behavior and bad habits. And then it's as simple as, oh man, I need to start fixing these one at a time. This is just business shit. This is exactly how we run the businesses. Then you just put the thing that is ailing you the most at the top of the list because that's a priority. That's the one that's most important to you. Whichever one is nagging at you most, that's the one you need to fix first. So you need to go, okay, I'm going to make a plan to fix that behavior. I'm going to make a plan to change that thing about me. And I'm going to set some goals. I'm going to set some timelines. I'm going to make a list, and I'm going to start chewing through it. And I'm going to recheck in on a weekly basis to make sure that I haven't gotten off the path to attain that goal. Simple as that. Then you just start slowly nipping at these things one at a time. And when you handle one, the compounding effect is real. You start getting fucking confidence and trust and honesty about self. And you start going, oh shit, well, I can do that again. If the problem was that I don't like how my body looks and I've already made these massive steps in the right direction, why don't I start thinking about my career? Because I wrote down that I wanted to make more money and that's been ailing me. Why don't I just do that same approach? I just write down, okay, well, this is the thing that's bothering me. This is where I would like to go. This is probably what's getting in the way. And this is what I would need to do and change to fix that fucking issue. Let me just start doing that to all of these. And then you slowly start understanding. You start eating these things up and getting so strong off them, and you start feeding positivity. You stop worrying about distraction and all the other bullshit in the world that's getting in the way. And your mind starts slowly shifting into being a solution-oriented person about your own walk of self-mastery. Then you start moving. Then you start getting, oh man, all these things are in my control. Then you start getting extremely accountable with self and not being ashamed of it. You go, oh yeah, I did that same thing. I wrote down all these things that bothered me, and then I changed them, and it became the source of my entire fucking energy. It didn't become my biggest tragedy. It became my biggest triumph. Hit me up if you need anything. These things are not that complicated, but when you're so far behind and you don't know where to start and what to do, you guys are overwhelmed. Hit me up. I'll walk you through the beginning steps. I did the beginning steps. I understand why people quit because I used to do it. Hit me up.